it's just wild. I don't know how this is gonna work. You guys, I literally thought I left my tape because I really like the taping method on my dashboard. It's very sturdy and I can like really angle it the way that I want to. But I don't know if I just subconsciously like threw it back in my bag. So the angle is like down here. It's very, very weird, but it's just gonna have to work for now. Okay, so just bear with me. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta like, you just gotta keep going. That's like the only thing I can really say. Like, oh, also too, let me just tag a couple things just, you know, because. So my glasses, super cute. I've been trying to get used to doing like the YouTube-y thing. So let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. What up, what up, what up? I just got done. Okay, so we'll do that. Hold on, I'm gonna tag a couple more things just because, like, why not? I'm here, right? Why not? So I just tagged like this hand thing. I mean, it's actually been helping me heal my hand. I was very irresponsible. I've never really hurt anything in my life. I've never hurt anything in my life. So this is like my worst injury I've ever done in my life. And I just think I was like, oh, it'll heal. Like it, like I'm used to things just healing very quickly. Okay, I'm going to tag these sunglasses. Okay, boom. There. Oh. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right, you guys, this is really cool. I'm just on here tagging stuff. We're gonna have a conversation about that. Let me actually tag my fitness outfit too. Perfect. All right, guys. So, you know, we're just having fun tagging stuff. Hello, hello, Stefan. Hello. I hope it heals quickly. Yeah, thank you so much. It will. Now that I'm like noticing that every time I wear it, the next day my hand feels better. And then what I'll do is I won't wear it because my hand feels better. And then I'll hit it up against something. And then it tweaks it again. And I'm just like, I need to just wear it for a month. Like, I just have to commit to it. So it actually, every single time I wear this though, so this is what it does. Like, it makes my thumb stay perfectly in line where it should be to heal. What I've been doing is, I did not know this until hurting my thumb or this area of my arm and my hand. There's something here. It was, let me see, is this on? Okay. This angle is crazy, you guys. This angle is wild, but you know, you just have to do what it do. I've been doing the taping method. I've been loving that, but like, I don't know. So I'm back. I need to actually move out of this area. Man, I really wish I had the tape in here. Okay. So, guys, please don't step back. I don't know what these young kid-a-roonies are doing. I'm like totally that lady now that's like, what are these kids doing? It's just like crazy how things start to like transition as you go through each decade of your life, but I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. I don't ever want to be, you know what I love about this era of my life is that I don't wish I was younger. like, I think a lot of people make it seem like when you hit a certain age, you're gonna wish you were younger. I don't feel like that at all. 0%. It's like when you get to heading into the next decade with a 4 on it, you just don't care. There's like this energy of like, when you say you don't care, this angle is crazy. This angle is really wild, but again, I don't care. Well, I kind of care about the angle, actually. I do kind of care about the angle, but I want to live stream more than caring about how I look. So yeah, I want to tap in with you guys more than kind of being annoyed with the angle, if that makes sense. You definitely are not single. I'm single. I am single and courting with purpose. All right, beautiful people. So just so you know, I'm on the road now. I'll only really be able to glance down real quick when I get to a red light. Usually my phone is like up high, like right next to the steering wheel, so I can like still pay attention to the road and then glance more often in a safe way. But because the phone is down, I'm just gonna be, it's gonna look like I'm talking to myself. So just kind of bear with me. If you guys have questions or comments, I really just mainly got on just to say what's up. Like, there's not really, for some reason lately, you know, usually I have like this major word on my heart, and like I've been in a season of just being, just like existing, just being grateful for where you're at, just kind of like accepting where you're at, right? I love to travel. I love traveling. I haven't traveled in a while though. I've actually been doing a lot of like, I don't know, it's been interesting lately. This year, you guys, I just got done in a workout. You guys know how women are, like they start paying attention to detail, and but I haven't really had a desire to go anywhere lately. I've been enjoying kind of exploring, because I live in LA, and what happens with people in LA is like they get used to their own little pocket, and then you kind of like never leave your little pocket, right? Like you just kind of like move to a certain area, and you don't really go 5 miles outside of the radius of where you live, because usually in every single town or city inside of LA County, there's like a lot to do. There's restaurants, just all the stuff, right? Museums, art shops, farmers markets, clubs, rooftops. Like there's just always a lot in each city. So people just kind of get used to staying in their own city. But for some reason this year, I'm like, I want to start exploring little streets in areas I never go to. So I've been kind of doing staycations in LA. Too many people in LA. Yeah, there's 10 million residents in LA County. So I don't know how it is in New York, but like people kind of compare it to New York in the sense of like there's people will say LA, but you could really be talking about Beverly Hills, or people say LA but they're talking about West Hollywood, or they say, oh, I live in LA, but they really live in downtown LA, right? So people generalize it. It's kind of like how New York has boroughs, I guess, like different boroughs. It's kind of like that here, but they're just actual cities. So LA, there is a LA, like actual LA city inside of LA County. But, and that area, I believe, is like kind of on the rise. But that's not like, you won't really see that area on TV a lot, right? I've learned to enjoy just a little bit of quietness. Yeah. Upstate New York. Okay, that's dope. That's really cool. So it's like to me, there's more people it feels like there's more people in New York because there's like, it's very dense. When I visited, like it's just like, it seems like everybody's shoved into like one centered area. Here, it's like LA County spans like 50 miles in radius. So it's very like wide. So, but I actually just got done working out with Khloe Kardashian's trainer. So really, really awesome workout. I would say it was more of like a HIIT cardio workout. So if you want to burn some calories, his name is Don Matrix, I believe. Don Matrix on Instagram. So check him out. Check him out if you want to, if anyone's ever in LA. I had a really, really amazing workout with him. And it was, you know, it wasn't just me and him. It was, you know, like maybe 20 people. And yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was good. Good music. It was legit. Yeah, it was really, really good. So I just got done with that. And then after, I was like, oh, I just kind of want to rest for a second. Because you know when you do a really intense HIIT cardio workout, it could take a lot out of you. And if you're not smart, if you're not strategic and you're not used to doing HIIT cardio workouts, you will want to devour anything in sight. So what was really cool is that they gave us these protein bars. There was like I threw it away now, but this like protein bar company set up like a little booth there, and so they gave us protein bars, and so I ate one, and it was like 180 calories, and it kind of like, you know, replenished me. I do, yeah. So what happened is I hurt my hand way back in March, maybe end of February, early March, and I've never hurt anything in my life. Like, you know, a little tweak here, a little, you know, here, but I've never like actually had like a full-on serious injury, and I probably should have gone to the doctor, but like the way that I hurt it, I'm like, it'll get better, it'll heal just like everything else always does, right? And then I kept hurting it like over and over, and it was getting worse and worse and worse. And then I started wearing like this tape. So the tape was working, and then because I was doing the tape and it was getting better, I would wait till the next day, and I'd be like, oh, I don't need to do the tape today. My hand feels like it's starting to get better. Probably if I had went to the doctor, they would have said, keep it on for 30 days straight or 40 days straight, right? But, so I would hurt it again, and then I would wear the tape again. So you guys, if you see my videos from like 2-3 months ago, you'll see me wearing tape. And then it just kind of got to the point where even the tape wasn't working, and I was like, okay, this is bad. So then I got this from Amazon, and I actually haven't linked. So if anyone wants to know which one I have, this one actually is really working really well. So it's like this part right here, there's like some kind of like strong structure right here. So it's keeping my thumb in perfect alignment, and to where I can still like do stuff. And I'm right-handed too, so I hurt my right hand. So I just was being irresponsible, honestly. And I had, like I said, I've never hurt anything in my life. So this was like the first like serious injury I guess I've had. I'll be able to glance down in a second. I should be getting to a red light, but the red light might go green by the time I get to it. So I'm at a really odd angle right now, but you know, you just got to keep going. Like, despite like looking perfect, and so when you on the grind, there is no rest. Yeah, that's true. Yes, you guys, I don't know why it's been doing this lately. It'll just like go out like for no reason, and I'm doing everything legal. It'll just like stop. So I hope you guys are still there. Let's see, I had to have surgery. If you're not working out, make sure to use, yeah, exactly. So I'm just being smart now. I just think like, you know, I should have went to the doctor right when I heard it, but like the way that I heard it, I just was like, oh, this will heal. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like excruciating, like, oh man, I just broke my hand, I gotta rush to the emergency room. It wasn't like that. It was like, oh, I'm working out. Oh, I did just, you know, let me just stay off of it. But I'm right-handed, so it's like I kept messing up. So yeah, guys, just be responsible. Hopefully I never have an injury again, but no, if this ever happens in the future, I would definitely go in the second I felt something. There's like a puffiness to my hair right here, and I keep seeing it in the camera, and it's just like annoying me. There we go. So yeah, guys, I've been more encouraged lately, and just kind of like felt, I don't know what to call it. It's just like, just kind of popping on and not feeling like there has to be this major word. Sometimes it's just like just existing and being and answering casual questions is fine. Just to kind of hang out with the tribe, hang out with the Embody Pursuit tribe. And, you know, I wanted to share that I just, you know, got done working out with Khloe Kardashian's trainer. And I definitely see why he's Khloe Kardashian's trainer. I mean, he's like, his workouts are very dynamic, and you don't really have like a lot of rest in between. So it's just like you keep going, and you just get like a really good burn in. So I get it. It was a really, really solid, super solid workout. And then you know, it's a Saturday, and I was like, oh, do I want to work out today? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna work out. So I hope you guys got your workout in, or move your body if you haven't today, or at least get some stretches in if you can. Stretching is very powerful, especially if you're like 40 and up. Like, you should be trying to get take advantage as much as you can of trying to work out or trying to stretch your body. This is just crazy. This angle is wild. Wild. Don't let it rest too long. You know what? Okay, I'm happy you said that, Wayne, because that's okay. I knew I wasn't tripping, because when I was doing the tape, it kind of felt like when I would take the tape off, my hand would feel stiff. It would feel stiff, and I'm like, ooh, let me just keep it off. But then, because I'm right-handed, I would just keep bumping it up against stuff, and then it would like hurt. It just was a weird experience. This has been a teacher. I'll just put it like that. Having to deal with a hand injury most of the year, it's just been very odd and quite frustrating at times, of course. But I'm just like, what can I mean, you can't control what you can't control. Like, I'm just like, this is another focused experience on focusing on what you can do and decenter what you can't do. You know, complaining, being annoyed, being frustrated. Yeah, you want to get some stuff off your chest for a second, but like, you don't want to harbor on that for too long. And so I'm like, okay, my hands hurt. There's only especially when I'm on TikTok a lot, posting content like with products. And so, you know, I'll post a video, and then my hand will really hurt after, and I'm like, okay, well, let me just angle my hand in a way that won't hurt. But like, it's just a lot of powering through despite being in an unfortunate circumstance. So I'm just seeing it that way, and that's been helping me kind of just continue, you know? So also too, like, I hope that me popping on and really not having much to say and just kind of like casually chit-chatting I hope it's motivation for others to start their own YouTube channel and just not overthink it too much. Because I talk to so many people, and they're like, oh, you have a YouTube channel? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh man, I don't have time for editing and da-da-da. And I'm like, literally 80% of my content is live streaming. And they're like, yeah, but I gotta get ready and I gotta do this. And it's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And if you're 35 and up and you're on the internet and you don't know how to make $1 from the internet yet, you gotta check in. You gotta check in. Just get monetized somewhere. That's what I've been telling people. Just get monetized somewhere. Like whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, get monetized somewhere. Shopping online via social media is going to blast off into the universe. And you want to get in on it while people still think it's weird. Right? Like I was just sitting at a coffee shop live streaming and talking about my earrings. People were looking at me weird. I didn't care. I'm making sales. They're over there like, what is she doing? Usually when you're doing something where people are cringing at you, that typically means you're in on something early, by the way. Just like Bitcoin, just like Amazon, just like having a cell phone even. Oh, you don't need a cell phone. Just stick with your house phone. Now look, 25 years later. Now look where the world is. It's basically like it's like an organ. Like human beings cannot operate without their phones now. Rumble, monetize my videos right away. Also, you'd be proud. I finally launched my online. Yes, I haven't told anything yet. Something's gonna. Yes, exactly. And then also, just stay at it, because this is what happens. And I'm happy you brought this up. Let me make sure it's on real quick. Okay. Okay. Sorry guys, this poofy hair right here is just getting on my nerves. Yes, Rumble, you do get monetized right away. So that is a good one. I actually got to check my Rumble because I have a Rumble too, but I just repurpose what I do over here. When it comes to setting up your store, for the first 3 months, most people don't make $1. It's almost kind of like that's your, you know when like fraternities and sororities go through like a hazing period? You know, they go through a boot camp. It's kind of like that's your boot camp. Like if you could just get through those first 90 days, the second that you, and it probably will be sooner than that. But when you make that first sale from the internet, your life will forever be changed. And you just have to keep going. That's the biggest thing. People just, after 3 days, are like, this doesn't work. People are lying. It works. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. And full transparency, I've kind of mentioned it a little bit here and there in my videos with you guys, but I really am going to even step it up even more and kind of take my affiliate marketing to the next level. Is kind of, I've been kind of like praying and meditating on it and asking God like what to do with it, because you know, I've been going to YouTube shopping events and I've been getting invited to TikTok discords, and you know, just kind of like I've been kind of stagnant the last 2 to 3 years, and I've just gotten some opportunities to like really step it up with making money from online. And so of course you're only, you know, being only one person, you have to kind of allocate, you know, redistribute your time. And I'm like, I love doing the YouTube, you know, I love doing YouTube, but also I do want to take my opportunities to the next level. So you will see me probably live streaming while I'm live streaming on TikTok, and it will be based. And I do want to forewarn everybody, I will not be offended if you guys just do not care to see that content, because this is where we chit chat. This is where we talk about life. This is where we talk about health, fitness, mindfulness, self-development. You know, it's a very casual, authentic, real page. But I'm like, well, maybe I could just hop on live sometimes on both and then talk about products. And then if some of the community, you know, some of the tribe just isn't interested, all good, right? Also too, my shorts, I am repurposing my TikTok videos and posting them over here on YouTube Shorts. I know it's probably annoying some people that followed me not for that kind of content, but I also have to, it's like I have to find the sweet spot between making sure I'm continuing to level up in my opportunities, and you know, we're always in pursuit of embodying that next level. I can't just stay complacent, right? Like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to. So if there's going to be people that unsubscribe, I get it, because I've done that, where there's people that kind of make like they do kind of like a pivot. And I'm like, okay, that season was fun while it lasted. I'm not really interested in their content anymore. So I know that that's where I'm at. Like, I'm at a point where I'm realizing that I have to take advantage of these opportunities, and utilize the resources that I have. So if you guys see me posting stuff about makeup and hair and things that I actually really use on a daily basis, fitness items, journals, like whatever it is, just skip the content, just skip it, just scroll past it. Because I am gonna forever be a live streamer where we just still have chit chats like this. So I do want to kind of like let everybody know that. YouTube denying me doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm trying to monetize everything. It's a lot of work though. Your channel would do great and with the right affiliate product. Exactly. So I went to the YouTube official headquarters. I've been there 3 times now. I actually went a couple days ago. I did go live and talk about my experience. And every time I go there, I just realize I'm like, yeah, I got to step it up. And it has to make sense. But then what's been holding me back is like the fact that I started this channel not as so product heavy, like, check this out, this is what's helped me with this. And I'm like, because I respect you guys, I respect the tribe, right? But then I'm like, I also have to grow too as like an individual human being. So it's kind of a lesson in life. Like, there's just going to be seasons and times where people are with you and then they drop off, and then you get new people that are with you. Just like when how many people do you really know from your first grade class, right? I have one best friend that I've known for 25 years plus now. I have a second best friend that I've known for 20 years plus now. Outside of those two women, it's only my family. Like, that's it. Like, it's just, it's part of life. Like, groups of people will drop away. And I think it's just kind of being okay with that and letting the tide change as it may. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, it's not like a full throttle pivot, but I did get a couple comments from some folks in the tribe, which I completely respect, and they're like, you're always selling something, in my shorts. And I'm like, but at the end of the day, Starbucks sells every day, Target sells every day, Walmart sells every day, the mall sells every day. I'm a businesswoman. Like, this is how I pay my bills, and I just love it. Like, I want to keep getting better and leveling up. And so I understand that people just only want free content, free. And I get that. I do. I get it. But there has to be, hold on, there has to be a sweet spot to where you're still respecting the majority of the tribe, and then you're also respecting yourself. Right? So that's where I'm at with this YouTube channel. I'm definitely going to be, like I said, I'm going to be on like this where we could chit chat, say what's up, ask questions. Like, I still, guys, too, I just closed the cart. I do email coaching now. So that's another thing. I'm doing one-on-ones now. And I really take the time. And, they pop in here a couple times, have popped in here and said hi a couple times. No one's popped in today. None of my clients have popped in today, but I have clients now. And that's something I was even debating on. And I'm like, okay, let me just open up a portal for that. And like, let me see how I love it. And I really do enjoy it. I really love the email coaching. And I've had to close that. Because after about 10 days, it books out. And then, because I could just leave it open, but then I would be worn too thin, and then my coaching would be worn down and poor, right? So I closed the cart on that. So I'm just like in a transition period, and you guys are kind of seeing the transition in real time of like what this actually looks like. Does it make sense for everybody? And like I said, some people are just going to kind of, you know, transition on, and I respect that too. So I'm doing the one-on-one coaching, and I'm really serious about it. When I do the one-on-one coaching, I really take the time to read the emails and really sit with it and meditate on it and really dive deep into getting this person a transformation. And it's three questions. So it's closed right now. I'll open it back up in September. But yeah, so that also has been taken away from my time with the live streaming as well. So it's just an interesting time period. Interesting time period. But you just got to keep going. You just got to keep going. And then also too, on my TikTok shops, there's just so much potential for me to really take both of my TikTok shops to the next level. And I'm like, you know, I gotta check in. So there's just gonna be times where, you know, maybe you guys will see me on here maybe 4 times a week, 3 times a week instead of every day, you know? And that's what's going on. And I wanted to just be vulnerable and share that with you guys, because I was kind of feeling like, man, like I don't want to let the tribe down. But then I'm like, man, I've been on here for 5 years answering questions, you know, happily for free. And I'm still going to do that. It's just, it's got to like, the amount of time I spend on YouTube live streaming just has to go shorten up. Like the time has to shorten up a little bit. Also too, I always read all the comments. I won't be able to respond to as many, but if there's a theme, like if I'm noticing I'm getting questions kind of like about the same thing over and over, then I'll just do a whole live stream on it. So that's been kind of like the vibe lately too, is like, okay, well, you know, what's trending? What are people saying? Is it kind of like the same thing? They're asking the same thing. Okay, let me do a whole live stream on it. And it actually, you guys, feel free to like comment with a question like, hey, Ciana, I just want to pick your brain about this, or what do you think about this? Because it really does keep me having topics to talk about for live streaming. Not just always live streams where I'm talking about what is on my heart. I want to be able to talk about stuff that you guys are asking, right? We had a really great live the other day. It was like maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was at night. And I don't usually live stream at night. I'm pretty much like an early bird. And do I want to go that way? Nah, I'll take the scenic route today while we're chit-chatting. So we had a really fire conversation, and it was because of the questions that were going on that night. It was just like a flow. And I was like, that's why I love live streaming. So if I'm kind of just like sitting here and I'm not really, you know, sometimes I feel pressure, and it's not coming from anywhere else other than myself, to like fill up the live with like talking and not having any dead space. Because, you know, I also look at other people live streaming, and when there's a lot of dead space, it's kind of just like, okay, like I'm just sitting here staring at you. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't want people to just, you know, be sitting here. And then I'm just like, there's no rules. If people hop off the live after you kind of like are just kind of driving and chilling for a second and kind of just waiting for another thought to pop in your mind that would be useful for everybody to hear, like, that's okay. It doesn't have to be this like, just, I never have word vomit. That's a little harsh on myself, but you know what I mean? Like, just kind of continuously, okay, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta make sure that there's no dead space. It's okay. Like, I'm just giving myself permission to just continue to do slow and steady wins the race. And there's no race. Like, I'm going to be live streaming until I'm 100 and beyond. So what is the rush? Like, what am I in a rush to fill up space? 30 seconds here, 20 seconds there. Right? And sometimes we do that. Sometimes we do that in life where it's like, oh, I gotta get here, and you just gotta calm down. It's like, what is the rush for? Especially when you're off. Like, if you're off for the day and you're just so used to moving fast at work, and then you're off and you're like, I gotta do, like, it's almost like your nervous system is wired to have to be somewhere, go somewhere, do something, right? It's like, no, there's no pressure. Like, just chill. Like, just relax. Like, you're fine. You don't have to hurry up and rush and get your keys and get your wallet and rush in the car and rush to the grocery store, and you gotta